We live in an age where freedom is praised, independence is everything, and tradition is often ignored. But for thousands of years, an ancient philosophy has offered a different path, not of restriction, but of structure, not of control, but of harmony, not of blind obedience, but of purposeful living. That philosophy is Confucianism. It is not a religion, it is a way of living, a system of thought that shaped entire civilizations, and still holds deep wisdom for our modern lives. Its heart is simple. A meaningful life begins not with ambition or desire, but with virtue, discipline, respect, and relationship. Confucius once said, "To put the world in order, we must first put the nation in order. To put the nation in order, we must first put the family in order. To put the family in order, we must first cultivate our personal life. To cultivate our personal life, we must first set our hearts right." This is not about perfection, it is about progress. It is about becoming the kind of person who brings balance, not noise. The kind of person whose character ripples outward to create a better world. So let's explore what Confucius taught, not as abstract ideas, but as daily choices, as virtues, as rituals, as quiet power. Confucius taught that there are four main pillars of life: Ren, humaneness; Li, ritual/propriety; Yi, righteousness; and Xiao, filial piety or respect for parents. These are not just virtues to memorize. They are tools to shape how you act, speak, and live. Let's begin with Ren. Often translated as benevolence or human-heartedness, Ren is the foundation of all relationships. It means treating others with kindness, empathy, and care, not because they earned it, but because you are cultivating virtue. Confucius said, "The man of humanity is one who, desiring to sustain himself, sustains others. Desiring to develop himself, develops others." Ren reminds us the way you treat people reveals who you are. And more than that, your behavior shapes who you become. Then comes Li, ritual, manners, structure. In the West, ritual sounds outdated. But in Confucian thought, rituals are not empty, they are grounding. They remind us of our place, our values, our respect for time and tradition. Whether it's how we greet someone, how we eat, or how we express gratitude. Li turns action into meaning. It connects us to the past and the present. It elevates the ordinary into something sacred. Then we reach Yi, righteousness. Yi is about doing what is right, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching. It means choosing principle over profit, honor over ego, integrity over advantage. Confucius taught that a true gentleman, or junzi, is not defined by wealth or rank, but by yi, by moral courage. He said, "Dai Wan, the superior man understands what is right. The inferior man understands what will sell." Yi is not dramatic, it's not loud, it's the quiet strength to walk away from the wrong deal, to speak truth gently, to keep your word. And then there is Xiao, filial piety, respect for parents, elders, and ancestors. Not because they are perfect, but because respect builds humility. It teaches us that we did not create ourselves, that we stand on the efforts of others. In a time where rebellion is seen as power, Confucianism says, it is powerful to honor those who raised you, to speak kindly to your parents, to listen, to serve, to care, not out of guilt, but out of principle. These four, Ren, Li, Yi, and Xiao, are the cornerstones of a meaningful life. They are not meant to restrict you, they are meant to refine you. Confucianism is deeply focused on self-cultivation. You don't just wake up wise, you become wise through practice, through learning, through correction. Confucius said, when we see men of worth, we should think of equaling them. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. This isn't about comparing, it's about improving daily, quietly, relentlessly. If you lose your temper, reflect. If you speak harshly, apologize. If you fail, learn. And over time, your character becomes strong, soft, clear. Confucianism also teaches the power of example. Leadership is not shouting orders. It is being the kind of person others want to follow. Confucius said, If the ruler himself is upright, all will go well without orders. But if he is not upright, even though he gives orders, they will not be obeyed. This applies to governments, families, friendships. You don't need to control people. You need to master yourself. Want respect? Live with honor. Want harmony? Speak with care. Want change? Start within. Confucianism is not about personal glory, it is about shared growth. Because when you live well, others rise with you. Confucianism reminds us that life is relational. You are not an island. You are a thread in a web, connected to family, friends, neighbors, society. Your words affect others. Your actions ripple outward. This is why Confucius emphasized virtue over talent, kindness over cleverness, respect over rebellion. Because it's not just about what you achieve, it's about who you become and how that affects everyone around you. He said, "The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home." Today we chase innovation, success, speed. Confucius reminds us, start with stillness, with honor, with a good morning to your mother, with listening before speaking, with holding yourself accountable. This isn't ancient fluff, it's emotional intelligence. It's sustainable leadership. It's peace scaled from the self. If you want to be powerful, be gentle. If you want to be wise, be humble. If you want to be fulfilled, serve others. That is the Confucian path. Not easy, not glamorous, but strong, enduring. Real. You do not need to be famous to matter. You only need to live with virtue. Quietly, steadily, every day. That is enough, and that is powerful. Thank you for walking the path with Iron Mind Journal. Subscribe for more timeless lessons from ancient wisdom, reimagined for a modern life of meaning.